welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And today, as you see in the title and the thumbnail, I'm canning cranberry juice, but I'm doing a couple different ways. So I'm doing it, I'm not adding any sugar to the cranberry juice at this point. So I bought a steam juicer, and I'll take you over there in just a second. So what I did, the top colander part, very easy. I just loaded it up, rinsed the berries really good, picked through them, and I added in this batch pears. So I washed and quartered and seeded about 3.5 pounds of pears. So, because I had bought 4 pounds of pears. So in with 8 12-ounce bags of cranberries, whole cranberries. And this is for the round 2, or maybe round 3. I'm hoping, so I've got some frozen over here. So I'm getting that stuff cleared out, but I got all these on sale for either $1 or $1.50 a bag. So I am juicing that down. It started dripping juice like within 15 minutes. It takes a while though to extract all the juice out of all the berries. So I'm gonna be patient and let it go. It's been going 1 hour so far. And we've got a couple of inches of juice in the bottom of that stock pot that I have sitting on a stool right there behind me. Okay, and these are gonna water bath can for 15 minutes. I'm gonna jar it up in quarts. I've got my water bath canner over here, right there on the sink with jars in there, submerged clean jars in there, and when I get closer, I will heat that up so the jars are nice and hot and tempered. The next batch I'm gonna be doing is Cran Blackberry. I have 5 quarts of blackberries that need to be used up. The juice from these blackberries is so delightful on its own, and I think with the cranberries, it's gonna be delicious. So I'm gonna split it into 2 batches, I believe, or just actually, I don't know, I might just pour it all together and it'll be a cran pear blackberry extravaganza, because the pot that I have is a 12-quart pot. So I'm hoping that I get, I'd like to get 14 quarts today, but I don't know what I'm gonna get because I've never done it before. So I'm bringing you along. Anyway, so after the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas, you know, before the holiday, they're everywhere. These hold up really well. I bought these a couple weeks ago, and 1 bag just sat in my garage because it's cool enough outside. It takes a hot minute for these to go bad on you, and you can freeze them. So you could stock up and freeze them and thaw them out on a cold day when you want to do some canning and do some juicing. So I'm excited about the new steam juicer, but let me bring you over and I will show you what we've got going on, okay? Okay, so here's the juice. Absolutely, there's probably 2 or 3 quarts in there right now. So I'm gonna let this go in the juicer here for another half hour. I think an hour and a half. This was as full as I could get that. Make sure that your vent hole, your steam vent, is away from your cabinetry. But the berries and the pears were in top, rinsed and cleaned. This is the vessel that the juice collects in, and you've got water down below just boiling away to steam that up. And I did want to tell you guys, this video is, I'm going to be canning with 4 jars lids. They are the best on the market. You won't get a better price point. You won't get a better quality lid out there. And the sealant and the lip on the lid and the button top, they're just wonderful. Absolutely fantastic success rate. And so I'll be using those on the quart jars. And let's see. I'm gonna look up the cranberry juice here in this, maybe it's under I don't know if it's under cranberry. I know it's 15 minutes of water bathing, but I'm referencing this. They have you cook down the cranberries with equal parts of water, and then and sugar. And I don't want to do sugar. I can sweeten it up when I open the jar. I can sweeten it up, and it's actually going to be more like a concentrate because it's just the juice from the berry. It's no added water at all. So I could add a little bit of water if I want to when I open it, but yes, it's gonna be delicious. And I think I am gonna just do the combination of the cranberries, the blackberries, and the pears. It'll be wonderful. All right, guys. As soon as I get this recipe brought up for you, I'll tell you what page in the ball canning book. I've been wanting to do this for a really, really long time. All right, we'll be back when I'm doing round two. Hey guys, so I've got round one is here in this bowl. Okay, I did it an hour and 45 minutes. And it's still collecting juice. So once I get this all done, I'm then going to go ahead and put it back in batches into this and just let it drain. So today is going to be the juicing day. Tomorrow will be the canning portion. I don't believe I'm going to get this all done and canned today. So anyways, frozen blackberries are going in. I refilled the water in the reservoir for the steam canner or steam juicer. Oh, I don't want to do the blackberries first. They've already been rinsed. So I already washed the blackberries. We'll do the cranberries first. The cranberries, I just rinse them right here in this colander. Wash them really good. And the juice, oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm excited to add the blackberry to it. And so that's 2 big bags here. And I'm anxious, I'm hoping I'd love to get 12 quarts of juice to have on the shelf. And then possibly do it again. Kind of pick through as you go. So any bad ones, you want to get those out of there, obviously. Yeah, so any icky ones that you happen to see, get them on in, right? Let's see another one. There's never too many. Once in a while you get a little softy one or something that you just go, nope, not going in my canning. Yeah. But not very often. I don't find that to be all the time. So, okay. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna rinse these. And I'm putting 2 things of blackberries on top. I'll probably actually do another bag of cranberries, just to be on the safe side. So, in all, we're gonna have, a lot of juice. Now, is this juice cheaper than buying juice? I don't know, even at that price, maybe not, but my thought process always, I'm not putting big plastic containers into the landfill. I know exactly what's in this. I hand-picked what I'm willing to consume. So I think it's worth it. You know, make those decisions on your own. These blackberries that I picked, I actually, these were free. But I actually, when I would thaw these bags out, there'd be a pint or so of juice, and I would just add it to my water. Oh my gosh. Or my smoothies, or, yeah, it's divine. So, not gonna lie. It's good stuff. Okay, I'll get this one out. And, yeah, and I handpicked all of those blackberries too. Okay, so, back on the stove, this is gonna go, and we will get to juicing. All right. I didn't realize how long it's gonna take, but I love it. It's a great way to spend the afternoon. And while this is steaming, then I can go out and get my firewood brought in and start splitting some kindling. All right, it's a day. Okay guys, so it is the next day. I literally juiced from 11 o'clock yesterday morning to 5 o'clock yesterday evening. And I had a ton of stuff to do and clean up and all that. And I was like, I don't have it in me. And I wanted it to cool down so I could taste it and taste the ratio. And I'll show you when I'm done. This is concentrated and it's thick, kind of thick on your tongue. I don't want to thin it down to jar it up because then I'm using twice as many jars because it's 1-to-1 ratio water with some, I'm using monk fruit. You could use sugar to your taste. I just sweeten it with monk fruit for my taste. But I'm going to tell you, I can also open a jar of this later on and make jelly. I mean, a beautiful, and this, I'm calling this in the order in which I had the amounts of juice twice. So, Cran Blackberry Pear Juice. So, yeah, you can even see the viscosity on the spoon here. So, I'm gonna get this jarred up. I'm gonna bring you in close, I'll get it jarred up. It's gonna go in the water bath canner for 15 minutes. Doesn't matter if you were doing pints or quarts. Either way, in the ball book here, I believe it was where is it? For berry juice, they have, and for cranberry juice, but any fruit juices, it's 15 minutes. So, and that's, check your altitude, make sure there's no adjustments. You can find this stuff on the National Center for Home Food Preservation as well. I'm gonna be sure and link that steam canner below. It was pretty easy to clean up. It was very easy to use and fun. It made it really, really fun. It's just a little time consuming. So I had a lot of fruit to get through. And this is a 12-quart pot. I bet there's 10 quarts of juice in there. And I took out, what did I take out? Half a cup. And I upped that to a full cup, a little bit over, and added some sweetener in it. It's so good. So anyways, I like things a little tart. I've got my 4 jars lids soaking in water. I've got my cloth here ready and waiting for vinegar, and we're gonna get busy. I'll bring you down and we'll go ahead and get this party started. Okay, so I had my jars in the canner, in the water bath canner, full of water, getting all hot and happy, and finishing the sterilizing process. So they really only needed to boil in there. They got sanitized in the dishwasher. They boiled in there, but literally the guidelines state now that they're sanitized or they're sterilized if they go in a canner for more than 10 minutes, which this is gonna be 15. So I'm using this, I've got one small irregular mouth. Look how beautiful that juice is. And the rest of them are wide mouth. And oh my gosh, my mouth's watering. This is so good. I've got the stuff that I mixed up for you and I might jar up, I'm sure I've got more than 7 quarts. I might jar up some pint jars to give away. I've got a couple of people that really want to try this. We need 1/4 of an inch of headspace on this, and that was hot. That was a hot splash. Ouch, and now that's hot. So I think that's right at perfect. Got a little foam that's just bubbles from moving it around. Ooh, and that jar's hot. That's why you want these jars in the canner getting hot, because that juice is hot. And I don't fill them all and then put the lids on. I do it one at a time and get it back in the canner. Finger tight, just like that. And you don't have to debubble because it's juice. It looks more like blackberry juice because of all the blackberries in here, but it's cran. The majority was cranberries. Then the next was blackberries and then pears. So in the canner it goes, and I'll rotate out another jar. And I had all the jars filled with water. So now I dump that hot water out. So the jar's tempered, and I rotate this way, just like that. Oh, yes. And this is enough of this kind of juice to last me a while because I'm gonna get double of what's in this jar. And if I want to make some jelly, I can. I'm super excited about rhubarb season. So if you guys have canned juice concentrate like this before, leave us a comment in the comment section, because the community reads the comments as well as I do. And, you know, maybe you have an experience that you can share with us that, you know, you had. And headspace is important here. That one actually could use a tidbit more to get it to that 1/4 inch. You don't want to go past that because it needs room to vent out. Once the product expands, it's going to let go of the air. It's going to push the air out and all the good things that happen in the canner. And these two lids are stuck together. Okay, 4 jars for the win. Super excited. Anyway, that's what's happening. Finger tight. And if you're not sure, it's just a finger tight, okay? That's it. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. And my canner holds 7 quarts. When it's full, I think most of even the enamel pots, that's what they hold. So a full canner load for water bathing is 7 quarts. Actually, a full canner load for a single stacked quart canner, like the 921 or the Presto 16 quart, is also 7 quarts. I wish they did 8, but you know, oh well. Anyway, beautiful. All right. You get the routine. We're going to rinse and repeat here until we get to the end. And what a beautiful, beautiful juice. Oops, need a little bit more. I keep trying to do a little less or a little more headspace out of habit, I suppose. Nice. And here we go. All right. That's what I'm going to do with the rest of the jars. Then I'm going to stick them in that water bath canner. Put the lid on as soon as it comes up to a rolling boil. I am going to let that go for 15 full minutes. And there you go. All right. And off we go. Beautiful. I'll be back when I'm taking them out. Okay, guys. The first run is done. And so you run it, once it comes up to a rolling boil, you go 15 minutes, quarts or pints. And then you take the lid off when your timer goes off, turn it off, take the lid off and let it sit here for 5 minutes. But look how beautiful. That blackberry definitely took over the cranberry and the pear. Oh, it already popped. Oh, we already have a pop. And remember, it's 4 jars. My link is down below. If you put Linda's Pantry in the coupon code, you get 10% off your order. So I highly encourage you to stock up. We don't know what's gonna come around the bend. And why wouldn't you stock up now before prices have to go up, or they do go up, right? So we've all experienced some stuff. I'd never tip my jars. As tempting as it is to get that water off the top of the jar, don't do it. Because if the jar hasn't sealed yet, it's still got some give underneath there, and you could get berry juice underneath, and that, oh, I can hear that loosened up a little bit, which is fine. It doesn't change a thing. But you want to give it a chance to seal without juice getting up under the lid, right? So beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I've got some pint jars here. I'm gonna get heated up in the canner. They're clean and sanitized. I'm gonna get those, and I'm gonna can up the rest in pint jars. So at the end of the video, you're gonna see a picture of all of these and the pint jars that I can up. The pint jars are gonna be primarily when I wanna flavor my water, or I just want a shot of really delicious concentrated juice that is so heart healthy and antioxidant rich. The health benefits are amazing. So let's do that, and we'll get to cracking here. Oof, I'm super excited. I love it, love it. So I may need some more water in here, but I've got my jars down here starting the tempering process. I've got hot water in them. So I will put them in the canner kind of thing and temper that jar. Does that make sense? That way I don't have any thermal shock and breakage. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fill those jars with some more juice, and we'll be, well, I might just be back with that, or I'll just give you a picture at the end. Either way, guys, I hope that this inspires you to get canning some juices. If you can pick, like I pick blackberries for free. Sorry. Or you get the berries on sale. Like I did the cranberries and the pears. The pears were 44 cents a pound. I highly recommend that I come back and finish. Okay, I'm back. But I choked on my own. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I've got the 7 quarts done. I've already had, most of them are sealed. This is a button top. So yeah, I think everybody's sealing just fine. I've got the jars are tempering right now even more, and I'm heating up the remainder of the juice. I'm gonna can that up. Those pints, I can make jam, or jelly. I can have, you know, medicinal shots, basically just full of antioxidants, or I can dilute it and drink it as juice. So I hope it inspires you to try this. If you've done this before, let me know in the comment section. I love it, and I can't wait to see you next time. I want to get this video up for you, so I'm going to skip this, but I will take a picture of all of the jars so you have an idea of how much that amount of cranberries, pears, and blackberries produced. It's fantastic. All right, we'll see you next time. And don't forget, I'm probably going to do some recipes or something with this juice in the future for you. This is so delicious, diluted down with equal amounts of water or a little more, and some monk fruit sweetener. It's divine.